And all I am is a man. I want the world in my hands. I hate
How's it going today, my YouTubians, ODYSEE, Slayin, Sayins, Cobra Kais, and all my pumpkins that are smashing? I am Asherella, the original, and this is my channel, Original Asherella. In today's video, we're going to be doing some stuff to my hair. Now, you probably haven't paid attention or noticed because I don't fixate or focus on my hair in my videos, but my hair needs a little bit of work right now. It's a little rough close up. Like, my blonde stripes has some root growth, and so we're going to be doing some things to my hair today. And I know I don't normally do hair or makeup videos. Every now and then I might do one for whatever reason, but Halloween's a week and a half away. I know people are going to be doing some crazy shit to their hair over this next week or so, getting Halloween and Halloween costume ready. So I figure me bleaching, toning, and dyeing my hair is Halloween adjacent enough, you know what I mean? Hopefully, this might be a how-to or it might be a what not to do video. I guess we'll figure it out once I get done. But I have been to Sally's, and that's always a, oh no, how much stuff did you get? So, and I got some stuff, and I have some stuff, and so I'm going to show you what I got at Sally's. I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing to my hair, and then we're going to go from there. So, well, before I get into the Sally stuff, so I have this blonde stripe in my hair that I have had for years. It's not really a money piece. It's not really a skunk stripe. It's kind of a cross between a money piece and a skunk stripe, so I refer to it as my skunk piece or my money stripe. And then I also have a bleached stripe underneath, back here somewhere. And so, I've got a lot of root growth that I really need to hit and touch up so I can get everything, evened back out. And so we're going to be doing that. We're going to be bleaching those. I've decided that I want to bleach the whole, under section. Not, half of my head or anything, but the whole, this back part of my hair. I'm going to bleach it out, white platinum blonde. We're going to tone it, and now I don't have a, toner, and I don't have any purple shampoo, but I do have, these are, mix-ins, you add it to shampoo and conditioner, and this is the anti-brass, blue-purple one, so we're going to be adding some of this stuff to some just regular hair conditioner, and then a little bit of purple dye to that to make, a toning conditioner, because if you've got yellowiness to your bleach blonde hair, you need a blue or purple shampoo, yellow and orange, it balances those out. So if you're going for a really light, really white blonde that doesn't have those yellow tones, then you definitely need to put something blue or purple on it to balance that out. And so once we do that, I've also got these ion. One is a toner and one's a straight up dye. I don't know exactly which one I'm going to use, or I might end up using both. But what I really want to do with my blonde is keep it very blonde, white, icy, but these have a very, 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 very minimal shade of pink to it. So hopefully we'll get just a tinge of pink in the right light. I work a very professional 9-to-5 career job for a very professional company, and we cannot have any non-naturally colored hair as part of our dress code. So I have to be very careful how pink I go. But if I have just a tinge of pink in the right light, it'll be fine, I hope, I think. So I've got these ion colors. Also at Sally's, I got some 30 volume developer, very necessary. This is one I had some 40 volume. I might mix the two together. It'll make a little bit stronger than the 30. I've got some blue flash bleach. I've also got some quick white bleach. Let's see what else I got. I have a bowl and a comb brush parting thing here. I've also got another comb for parting and sectioning my hair. I got a brand new fresh bag of butterfly clips for parting and sectioning my hair. And then I also have some flat clips and some of these oversized bad boys for sectioning and parting out my hair as well. So we're going to get into this in just a second, but I do want to say, okay, so I have been bleaching these blonde stripes, my skunk pieces, and my money stripes in my hair for years. Years and years and years. And when I first started doing it, I started going to a salon to have it done. And then I started doing it at home myself. And it always went very well. I never had an issue with it. It always looked fine. And I would just like touch up my roots. And I never had an issue, ever had an issue until the last time I bleached my hair. And this happened. Okay, do you see how some of my blonde is shorter than the length of my hair? Yeah, pretty bad. Fortunately, you know, it just kind of blends in and you don't really notice it because I don't want you to notice it. Like, I fix my hair, if I don't point it out, it's not like, oh, you've got a really short chunk of blonde right there. But what had happened is, I didn't know at the time that you were not supposed to put bleach on previously bleached out hair. Now, all of this is my natural hair color. My hair is relatively healthy. I need a major trim right now, but in general, my hair is very healthy. I had always, since I started doing my roots at home, when I would do my roots, or I would put like, you know, I would do the length just like with a little bit of bleach just to like freshen it up and then do my roots. And my hair never broke. It never fried. It never fell out. It never did anything like that until this last time I did it. And I didn't know that you weren't supposed to re-put bleach. And I figured after like several months, it was like your hair kind of strengthened back up and like, you know, there was no issue with it. And it really like, it bothered me so bad because I'm very like emotionally attached to my hair. It's very much a part of my identity. It's got a lot of sentimental value, you know, like the very bottoms of your hair. These bottoms of my hair have been with me for years and years and years and years. They have been through everything I've been through, you know? And so my hair is very much a part of my identity. And my long hair, like, I will always have long hair. I love long hair. I will never have short hair. And so I certainly wasn't going to cut my hair off to the length of this blonde. But it really bothered me because some of my hair broke. And I really was just, like, trying to figure out what happened. Like, why I had done this so many times in the past and never had an issue. And then I realized it was because I had put heat on it. Like, I had the bleach on, I had it in foils. You know, I kind of got this down, you know, doing it, like, over the years. But for some reason, like, my roots were not lifting as fast as they should. And I guess I was more worried about leaving the bleach on too long and it hurting my hair because, like, my roots weren't lifting fast enough. So I had a hand hair dryer and I hit it with some heat. And you are not supposed to put heat on bleach or bleaching hair at all. At all. And I did not know that. I am not a professional hairdresser or cosmetologist. That is obvious. I don't even need to say that, right? But I had seen, there's this girl that used to do my hair. She went to cosmetology school. She was a hairdresser. I worked with her at a college job and I used to let her do my hair. And one time when she was bleaching out my blonde stripes, she put heat on it. And so I had just seen her do that years ago and thought that was just something you do to speed it up sometimes. And so that is why my hair broke and why I have this kind of short section right here now. So we're not going to do that again. And it has been several months since, I last bleached my hair out. As you can see, my growth is pretty intense. So hopefully my hair is like strong enough, you know, and is gonna be able to do this, but I'm certainly not gonna put bleach on the length of it. We're just gonna be doing my roots on that section and then the back, the roots on the other blonde section. Now, the part of my hair underneath in the back that isn't bleached, yes, I'm going to be bleaching out, you know, all of those sections, just so I have like totally blonde underneath, my natural vanilla champagne / golden ginger. The swatches at Sally's, according to them, my hair color is a cross between vanilla champagne and golden ginger, just so you know. So, yeah, we're gonna leave this color. We're gonna bleach out a little bit more of my hair. We're gonna do the roots, and then we're gonna tone it, and then we're gonna put some color on it, and hopefully it will look amazing. But I figure if this video turns out as a fail, maybe it'll get picked up by, you know, Brad Mondo's channel. Maybe he'll react to me failing on my hair. Hopefully that's not the case. I would love to be in a Brad Mondo video, but I don't want it to be for a major hair fail. Definitely not. And then it could be scary enough to be a Halloween themed content. So either way we go, we got something going on. So we're going to get into this in just 1 second, but before I do, you already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching this video right here on ODYSEE, make sure you follow the channel. It is the exact same thing as subscribing. You can leave me a like. You can leave me a dislike. I don't even care because you can't even see them at this point. And you could gently caress the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. So don't forget to gently caress. Follow me on my things. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I have the Insta thing and I have the Twitter thing. I did all of that so out of order, but whatever. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so I have decided I'm going to attempt to do this here in the studio rather than in the bathroom. I've got a mirror, I've got a chair, I've got all my stuff set up. So I am pretty much ready to go to start sectioning out my hair to start the bleaching process. Now, as you can see, you know, like this does not look great. My roots don't look great. But I always find that the hardest part of bleaching and when I'm doing like my stripes, my skunk piece, is separating the blonde from the rest of my hair. Like, it's always a lot of effort to get just the blonde separated out away from my natural colored hair and not have any like overlap or, you know, miss any blonde spots or have, you know, new pieces of golden ginger vanilla champagne in the rest of my hair. So I'm going to attempt to do that right now and then we'll get to mixing up the bleach.
Oh, and I also put I made a beach towel cape so I wouldn't get bleach and stuff on me. I have wings, I have wings, I have wings. Okay, I don't really have wings like that, but alright. I think I have enough light in here. See, like, when you just try to, like, part it out, you see how there's, like, my natural colored hair in there, too? And, you know, it's hard as, like, you try to, like, not get the regular colored hair in there. It's, like, impossible to do. So I'm gonna have to, like, actually go really slowly of picking out, you know, these pieces of natural colored hair. One time, there was a girl who was doing my hair, and she made some kind of comment about my brown hair, and like I was legitimately like so offended by that, and like no offense to like any brunettes or whatever, because there are some brunette baddies, you know what I mean? But I was very, very, very redheaded until, you know, I got like into my 20s, and then my hair started getting like darker. I don't know exactly why, but I've always been like a dirty strawberry kind of. Well, my hair was really fiery red when I was younger, and then it kind of blonded up, and the blonde highlights and the blonde, like, money stripe, really kind of adds to, you know, making my hair look overall blonde, because most people refer to me as, like, a blonde. But my natural hair color is very much red, or is, like, a shade of red. But anyway, I was so offended by her calling my hair brown. It was like, please, do I seem like a brunette? Blonde is kind of a personality, you know what I mean? Redhead is kind of a personality. So a blonde redhead is most certainly a personality. And not to mention that my mother and my sister are both very naturally blonde. Like, they're legit, probably the most naturally full, like, platinum blonde people I've ever met. They have very, very, very natural light blonde hair. And, you know, they do get a little bit of highlighting and toning and stuff done to it. But for the most part, their hair is pretty naturally colored. Except for my sister just recently put, like, a temporary blue on her hair. And, like, she is not a wacky hair color type person. It has never really been someone that, you know, like, she's, like, the normal, like, kind of Stepford. I always say my mom's Stepford. She's, like, you know, I've always been the crazy one, right? She's always been definitely the most normal one for her. So for her to put blue on her hair is like crazy. She's done another color a time or two before. But, so, like, it's not washing out as fast as she thought, though. And so we were thinking of ways for her blue to fade out. But then one time when she was in college, she came home with very bright red hair. And I kind of got a little bit upset about it because, like, I was the redhead in the family, and my sister and my mother were the blondes, you know? And it was like, she was taking my redheaded identity, but then I started putting blonde in my hair, so I can't really say anything now. Or I started putting more blonde than I have naturally in my hair.
Okay, so I have my blonde sections sectioned out on top of my head. So I'm going to do the same thing with my blonde stripe underneath here. But instead of just doing my blonde stripe, I'm going to do, well, I'm just going to do the roots on my blonde stripe. But I'm going to do the whole, like, under layer section of my head blonde. We're going to bleach out the whole thing. Please, please do not let my hair break off or fall out. Please. Who powers that be, the universe, God, hair gods, whomever, please don't let my hair fall out or break off, please. Okay. The closer I get to
Putting the bleach on, the legitimately more nervous I get because of the breakage last time. But I'm going to be super careful that I don't overlap. And I am going to, you know, just check it regularly, definitely not put heat. And so hopefully everything is going to turn out a-okay. You know, I really didn't need to put this tape on yet. Oops, I dropped my bowl. Okay, I can get, let me just get this top part out of the way. I actually like this pick, comb, brush combo thing. It's working very well. And I changed my shorts from the skirt I had on. If you didn't notice. Not that anybody really cares. I always think people look so funny in DIY hair videos. Like, the way people clip their hair up and, like, do everything is just, like, kind of a mess. Case in point. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, I know, right? Oh, okay, just through the comb. That's cool. Cool, dude. Okay, it's really hard to see the back. I might have to get my other mirror. I always, like, every time I go to do my hair, I'm like, I'm going to be super neat. I'm going to be super organized with it. And then I end up with a bunch of hair slopped up on my head like this. And everything I do, I just kind of, like, wing it. Which is probably not the best thing when you are so, like, emotionally and sentimentally attached to your hair. But whatever. It is what it is. Okay. This is not even at all. I'm going to have to re-part and section this out. But let me get the blonde out first. The back's a little bit easier. I don't know why. I think it's because where the money stripe is in the front, it's like in different like layers, levels in my head. The black blonde stripe, the back blonde stripe is just kind of like one chunk of hair in the back. Oh, I don't have my little hair holders. Hang on.
Okay, so I have my hair like relatively sectioned out pretty well. This is actually my natural colored hair that I'm going to bleach the rest of it. And then this is the side that is already blonde. Okay, so what we know about bleaching hair. I need to do like the length of it before I do it on the roots. And this is a relatively small section, but I am going to make it some smaller sections and do that. And then when that starts to lift, I'll hit the roots. I'm going to do underneath and then do the top separately. It's going to take me longer to do that, but I'm just really trying to be careful and not do anything horribly damaging to my hair. So yeah, okay, let's cape up and then re-bleach my hair. Okay, so I've got my bowl. let's see. I don't know if I should use the quick white 8 levels of lift or 7 to 8 levels of lift. These are probably about the same. We'll use the quick white, I guess. And I'm just going to use the whole packet and add developer till I get the consistency that I want. Like I said, I've got 30 volume and 40 volume. I've got a little bit of 40 volume. I learned from a YouTube video that if you mix, like, developers, like, if you mix, like, a 30 and a 40 equal parts, you'll have, like, a 35. Whenever my hair broke, I was using a 40 volume, and my hair is not all that dark naturally, so I could have went down, but it was just like a bleach kit, and I knew it was 40, but I'm pretty sure I'd used 40 before, but I decided to go with a little bit less of a developer this go round, so we will see what happens. I'm actually going to use one of my regular brushes to mix it up, and then use my multi-tool here for the rest. So I'm going to put some 40... Let me shake this up. I don't know. It's been sitting on my bathroom sink with all of my beauty products. Put the 40 in. We'll add some 30. And we'll just do whatever we want to do, right? I had mentioned Brad Mondo earlier in the video, and like, I really like his hair videos. He's pretty funny. Like, he's definitely an entertaining kind of dude. And the whole thing is like, he does all these bleach fail videos, right? And he has Mondo line of hair care products, and they look fantastic. I've honestly never tried them. I will at some point in time in the relatively near future, I think. But he does these bleach fail videos where, like, a huge part of his YouTube career is based on him reacting to people messing their hair up with bleach. But his Mondo line, they don't have any bleaching products. Like, I actually went to the website and looked specifically for, Mondo, like, hair bleach or a hair bleaching kit, because you'd think when that is a huge corner of your YouTube market that you would offer a product to, minimize these fails. But then again, if you take away all the bleach fail videos, what would you really have to talk about or react to? So maybe that's a good strategy, Brad. Maybe it is. But I will say, if you ever start making hair bleaching products, I will be your first customer in line, because I think that would be a fantastic thing. And I hope at some point in time you do put out some bleach kits, or you can, like, you're always, like, giving advice, like, okay, well, your hair is this like, make different hair bleaching kits for different, like, shades and textures and things like that. Like, I'm pretty confident that you know what you're talking about, so I totally trust your hair bleaching products rather than me just going to Sally's and winging it. Okay, I think this is a good, like, texture consistency. It is thin-ish, but not super thin. I do know with hair bleach that once it dries, it stops, like, being active. So if you put it on your hair and it dries out, then it's not going to continue, like, the dry product is not going to continue to bleach your hair. Let me recape up. Put my wings back on. My wings back on. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Nobody wants to hear me sing, I don't think. And if they did, it would just be to troll me. But I can play the guitar and the bass, so that is something. Okay, so, alright. Okay, so what we know about hair bleaching, okay, we need to do our, like, length of our hair, and then do the roots, because when you're, like, when the bleach is close to your scalp, it heats up quicker, and it will activate faster than, it will start to bleach and lift faster because of the heat. Hence that blow dryer thing that happened to me. faster than the length of your hair where it's not as hot. So we don't want to get any hot roots or anything like that. So I'm going to split this little section of my natural colored hair up into a couple sections, do the lengths, foil them up, and then we're going to wait. So let's do it. Okay, if I can get this band. I got these really tiny little like rubber bands for like small sections of hair, and they're great for a lot of things, but sometimes they're kind of a pain to get out or get started to get out, get that first unwrap done. Okay, maybe I should
Get my foils ready first. I probably don't even need it for this, but I'm going to do it just to kind of hold the moisture in so the bleach product doesn't dry out so fast. I think aluminum foil is kind of cool. Like, I don't know, it's just like really silvery and shiny. And it's like crazy that, you know, they can press out a metal so thin that it's like so flimsy. And this is actually good aluminum foil. It's not like the thinnest sheets that you can get, but you can get even thinner sheets of aluminum foil. And it's like, I don't know, I love science and technology and how we can manipulate the world around us. We can bend it to our will, like almost anything. Like, and it's crazy that we can do that. Been a little philosophical. Philosophy and hair bleaching with original Asherella. Maybe I should start a second channel. I don't know, maybe not. So I think that in the relatively near future, I'm going to be doing a collab video with the channel The Deep Dive. They do a lot of Smashing Pumpkins inspired and related and themed content. And, you know, they're relatively small. They have about 1K subs. I mean, they're about the same size channel I am. But I'm very, very excited to do it because, like, Pumpkins enthusiasts know, like, other Pumpkins enthusiasts are, like, so fun to interact with because you have somebody that can totally appreciate your, like, freaking out and geeking out about the thing that you love. And when it's the Pumpkins, you know, even more so. So I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned. I'm hoping, you know, to get that ball rolling here relatively soon. What type of video we're going to do specifically, I'm not sure yet, but I'm sure it'll be fantastic. No matter what. Okay. Okay, no turning back. No turning back. Oh, I should have put on gloves maybe. I have some. My fingers off. I have bleached my skin doing this before. Now, I know that you really want to saturate. I am going to get some gloves because I want to get this like super duper saturated. And using my hands will help, but I'm going to get some gloves.
I am now begloved and legit. These are like lunch lady gloves. They're the only ones I have though. And I think they're left over from the height of the Brovid thing, where everybody had tons of gloves and a mask and things like that. But I have a whole big pack of them. So I guess I should save my skin. Okay.
So I'm going to try to do a thing right here. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. Well, I want to get this like hair super. Maybe I'll just like saturate the hell out of it and then section it to put in the foils. I just don't know. It's just hard to do on yourself. So little sections. Be patient. I'm talking to myself. I've got to like motivate and pep talk myself into this to like do it right. Don't get frustrated. Are those sections too big? I don't know. So I am certainly
trying to get a ton of bleach on there. I want to get like every strand coated. I want to make sure the ends are really coated well. Ooh, I have these front pieces that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. I was thinking about maybe bleaching them and doing the dye and toner on them as well. But then it's like, is that gonna look like pretty cool, or is it gonna look like a Lily Monster? I'm not entirely sure, honestly.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my cool comey thing and like run it through this, and then while it's kind of separated out even more. God, this bleach is very chemically. I mean, I know it is. I don't know why I'm like shocked, but it just kind of hit me. Okay, yeah, that is a very good level of saturation, I believe. Now, I just don't want it to be splotchy. I don't want it to be uneven. Putting foils in your hair is way harder than it looks. Well, in my opinion, maybe it's because I've not been professionally trained to turn my hair into a baked potato. Like, they say not to mix the bleach in a metallic bowl, but then it's okay to use foils with the bleach. So I don't know what that's all about. Any hairdressers or cosmetologists or chemists out there, is there like an actual chemical reason that you shouldn't use a metallic bowl to mix these chemicals up in? And why is that? And then part two of that question, if that is the case and it's going to do something bad, why is it okay to put foils in your hair? Okay. Alright, now let me get another. I'm really not good at this. I'm really trying to be neat and even. I know you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm just wrapping this hair up in foil. Okay, I'm gonna take these gloves off basically. Okay, now
I'm going to do this to the other sections of this hair. I've got some bleach on them already, but I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, so I have the side of my head that I am bleaching out blonde to go with. The other side is done now. Like, I haven't hit the roots with bleach, but we're gonna check it in about 20 minutes and see how much it's like processed to or lifted to, and then once it gets to kind of like a yellowy color, we'll hit the roots and hit the roots on this side, and that'll be a little bit easier, I think, hopefully. And yeah, we'll check it and we'll go from there. Okay, so it has not been quite 20 minutes yet, but I am gonna check these foils and see how much they are lifting. And see if we need to go ahead and hit the roots. I'm like watching in the monitor. Looks like a baked potato. Yeah, I think it is time for the roots. Yeah, it's a kind of golden yellowy color. So I'm gonna bleach up these roots and then let it sit for some more.
I got some bleach. I dripped some on the bottom of the set curtain down here. And it's gonna bleach it out. I'm gonna have a spotted set curtain. backdrop, whatever you want to call it. I really can't see what I'm doing and like where I'm hitting on the roots. So I hope I don't have like a spot. We shall see. If that happens. You know, every time I like start working on my hair, doing stuff on my own like this, and I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, I can go to a salon. I mean, most things are relatively fixable. Like, I mean, you can't regrow your hair out, so that's why I'm wanting to make sure that I don't break my hair with the bleaching. But like, you know, I don't know. If it was like really splotchy or something like that, I could always go get my hair dyed professionally or bleached professionally. Let's see. This one is doing good too. Like when you get it on your skin, it is kind of itchy. So I've got like a wet rag to like blot
Off the, like a wet cloth to blot off the bleach when I get it on my skin, because you can like almost tell instantly. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to start hitting those roots. Hitting those roots. Speaking of roots, I've got a Ancestry DNA kit, and I've had it.
I actually got it for Christmas last year, and I haven't done it yet. And it's not because like I don't want to do it. I forget about it, and you have to like do it and sign up on the website and then send your stuff in. And I had always planned to do that as a video, like do the test kit, and then when the results came back, you know, show the results in a video. And I still am going to do that, but I just keep forgetting, and I need to remember. Like, one of the reasons I got this, like, quick white was because the package looked, like, super 80s. And you know, they had some serious hair shit in the 80s. Like, I feel like 80s hair is, like, the more chemicals you slapped on your hair, the better. And I was actually talking to the girl at Sally's today, and I was telling her, you know, when I first started putting colored stripes in my hair and things like that, like, I kept a pink stripe in my hair for years and years and years. Like, from when I was, like, 12 years old up until I started working for the company that I work for now, because I never really had a reason to not have it. Like, I always liked it. It was just kind of one of my signature things. But, like, I mean,
I remember, like, old school punky color. Like, they have a whole new branding and a whole new look now. But it was, like, in the jars, like Manic Panic was. And, like, Pink Flamingo was the one I used to get usually, I think. And then punky color kind of became secondary to Manic Panic. And I used that for years. I had a point, but I can't remember where I was going with it. But, oh, yeah. So, like, but, like, hair stuff has changed so much, even from, like, the 90s and early 2000s when I was, like, you know, first streaking up and dyeing up my hair. You know, there's a lot better and more conditioning and more nourishing and less damaging hair products that you can get and ways that you can dye your hair these days. You don't have to, like, totally chemically fry it. But, oh, yes, what I was telling the chick at Sally's today is that when I was, like, a youngin', that was my timer. When I was very young, I always would, like, want my mom to let me perm my hair, and she would never let me get a perm. And I was, like, you know, at the time I was like, oh my gosh, like, why won't you? Like, I just want to perm, blah, 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 whatever. And then I was so thankful to her for not letting me fry my hair with a perm. All right, so now I'm going to do the roots on the blonde, and this is the one I got to be, like, super careful about. I cannot get it. All right, I'm going to have to section this up a little bit, but I cannot get it too much on the length of the blonde because I will get banding and breakage. Okay, so I think that I am pretty light under the foils and on my roots. and then I'm going to do the roots. I'm going to rinse this out. I'm going to do roots on my top section, which I'm really nervous about because I don't want to break any more hair. And I think I'm like kind of willy-nilly, just like whatever about the bottom section, because like, I mean, I got a glob of bleach kind of above like the part line a little bit where it's like lifted some color off my hair. But whenever my hair is finished, if it's like up or down, like you're not going to be able to see that tiny little section that's like lifted a little, you know? So it's easier to hide mistakes like underneath and in the back than it is right on top of your head. I mean, obviously. But I've really got to be so very careful doing my roots on the top. I am just like very kind of nervous about it, but we will see. Okay, so as predicted, it is a little yellowy, but hopefully, you know, the toner will kind of take some of that out. Fingers crossed. But like I said, I'm not so much worried about the back as I am about the top, because that is like what everybody sees. So I'm about to section this off and take the rest of my hair down and get those sections, those blonde sections, and do the roots. Again, keep your fingers crossed for me. Okay. So I have the back, everything pulled back. These are my blonde sections that I'm going to do the roots on. I just really quickly, look at all these links, y'all, like for real. Some of that is by design and some of it is from hair failing. So yeah. All right, I'm going to take these rubber bands out and section it out and get started on my roots. Wish me luck. Thank you. Okay, so I did a thing. I'm not going to foil my roots, but I am going to put bleach on my roots and flip it back. And I didn't want my bleached roots to touch my natural colored hair, so I made kind of like a foil cap, so my hair would have a place to lay and my natural colored hair underneath is protected. I look like a freak right now. Okay, here I am with my roots bleached, or like the bleach on them. The foil cap situation worked pretty well. I took my time and did teeny tiny pieces of like hair so I didn't get the bleach overlapping on the other blind. So we'll see. We're going to leave it on a little bit, check it in just a minute, and go from there. Just an update on the root situation. I put a bag over it because your body heat is good. Blow dryer heat is bad. But, you know, I touched it up a little bit more, put the bag over it. Now we are just waiting a little bit longer. I just don't want it to be yellow, and I don't want my hair to break. That is my big thing. Fingers crossed. I keep saying wish me luck. Fingers crossed. Let's go. We'll see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so roots are did. They are a little yellow, but hopefully the toner will fix that. It's super wet still, so that's why it looks so weird. But okay, I'll be back to do toner. Alrighty, so we are going to now mix up our homemade toner, which I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or not, but we're already this far into it. Alright, so I've got a cup. Okay, I'm using
regular conditioner. I've just got some Clean Suave here. This is my backup shampoo and conditioner. So I'm going to put a fair amount of conditioner. I'm going to put this Hair Lab by Strands Anti-Brass Dose Set. Now, this is actually made to go in their shampoo and or conditioner, like a whole bottle of it, but we're not going to do that. We're putting it in just the swab. And we're going to put like a fair amount so it works like a real toner. And I was thinking, like, should I put some developer in there? Will it, yeah? I don't know. I've never used this stuff before, but we will see how it goes. It seems to be pretty, like, pigmented. Alright, I poured a little. I'm going to stir it up and then see. And then we will go from there. I just wiped it off on my towel on my head. Okay. Maybe I should have done this in a better bowl. Like, or in a bigger bowl. This was the first thing I grabbed in the kitchen. So I keep talking like this, right? Okay, so I have not seen the new Monsters movie yet. We had an event at work where we showed it for, like, clients, basically. And, you know, I was planning to watch it, but I was like running around doing a lot of stuff and like entertaining and that kind of thing, and I didn't really get to see much of it. But one thing that I will say from the previews that I've seen, I hate that. Looks like pretty normal colored purple conditioner, right? I mean, it could be a little bit darker. I am going to throw a dash of purple hair dye in here. I hope it doesn't dye my hair, but a minimal amount I don't think will. I think it'll just tone it out. So I'm going to try. But anyway, what I was saying is, like, Sherry Moon Zombie, that's Rob Zombie's wife, plays Lily Munster in this new Munsters, you know, reboot. This movie. And she talks like this the whole time. And it's really annoying. And I'm just like, y'all, I just can't with her. That's not how Lily Munster talks. You know, if that's how Lily talked and that's how she talked in the movie, that'd be one thing. But that's not how Lily talks. And it's so annoying. Just from watching the previews and the bits and pieces that I saw of the movie yesterday, I'm just like, no, fam, no. But honestly, like, the previews didn't look all that good anyway. Like, Herman Munster's kind of like an idiot, but they really make him even more of an idiot. He's not just like an idiot, he's like a conceited, kind of chatty idiot. And, I don't know, he's like an alpha idiot. Okay, this looks pretty good. I think I might have gotten it a little bit too dark, but I'm going to put a little bit more conditioner. And then a bit more of this and mix it up and then do our thing. I want to make sure it's really well mixed, especially with putting that hair dye in here. It like definitely impacted the consistency of the conditioner. See how much darker it is now? It looks really, really purple. So, hopefully that'll work. Hopefully this won't be a big oops. Oh, I said I was going to put a little developer in it. Let's try. Maybe Real Floors will give me a sponsorship. I am showing off their marketing swag. I get a lot of junk like this from my professional job. Okay. That looks pretty purple. Alright.
Okay, so far, so okay with my homemade purple toner. I don't really know how long I should leave this on. I worry because I just put it on with my hands and my hands are tinted a little purple. So I'm a little nervous I'm going to get like a purple tint. Like if it turns out kind of a gray, that would be okay. I guess I could always do like a bleach bath, and that's where you use like a really mild bleach on it. But like, or you like mix bleach with shampoo to kind of dilute the harshness, and you know, it'll pull color, it'll lift color. So we will see. I will be back. Okay, so I definitely accidentally dyed my blonde stripes purple. I've got a bleach bath, like shampoo, bleach, and water going on it right now to try to lift some of that color out. But it is bleach, so I can't leave it on for too long. I really did not mean to do that. I don't know. I guess I just shouldn't have put that purple dye in it, but I didn't leave it on that long. And I've totally, I mean, it's worked before, and I've seen people do it. I don't know. Okay, guys, we're here at day 2 of fixing up my skunk stripe / mini piece blonde hair and doing the back of my hair blonde. Where I finished last night, I had accidentally tinted my blonde purple on parts of it with my homemade toner. Now, the toner that I made actually works really well on the spots that were like yellowy and brassy, but I put it on the full length of my blonde, not thinking that anything would like happen to the blonde. You know, like I didn't think that like that would be an issue. Like I didn't think it, like the other blonde that was pre-blonded would pick up the color from the toner, and I didn't even leave it on for that long, but it did. So after I rinsed it out. I had purple. I did like a bleach wash on those sections, and it lifted some of that purple out. I also did another bleach wash on those sections this morning, and I wasn't wearing a hat because anything was really bad. I was just wearing a hat because, to do like a reveal. So, okay, so I've got mostly, there's still a bit of a purple tint on some of it. The good news is that I don't have, I was really concerned about, like, the bleaching and having, like, additional damage and breakage. That did not happen. I feel very fortunate. Like, my hair's not styled or fixed or anything right now, so it's just kind of hanging here. But I did achieve the really, like, light icy white color that I wanted for my blonde. And so now we're going to add this additional toner and, like, icy white toner and with, like just a teeny tiny hue of pink. So we're going to do that now. So far, so okay. I wouldn't say so far, so good, but nothing that we can't manage to fix or work out. And honestly, like, I'm not trying to sound like, oh my god, I'm so conceited or, like, whatever. But I can pretty much wear and pull off anything. So if I really were to mess anything up too bad, all I have to do is say, that's what I meant to do. You know what I mean? Like, that is what I intended. And everybody be like, all right, and it's kind of one of those love it or leave it things. And really, that's all you need as far as, like, what you look like and what you wear and how your hair is. Like, own it, have confidence in it. And everybody else will believe in it too. So we're going to section out this blonde again and do the toner. And we'll see how that goes. So. Okay, we're at the final step. I've got the last color toner that I'm putting on my new blonde and my old blonde. It's actually already turning a little pinker than I was really anticipating, but we'll see how it turns out. So, just everybody out there that might be seeing this, keep it crossed, keep everything crossed. We'll see. Okay, guys, so I have done everything that I had intended to do to my hair, and here we are. I got a hat on, but actually it turned out pretty okay, I think. After I got the purple tone down and I put the other, like, color and toner on it, it's not fixed. I did curl it, but it's not, like, really styled or anything right now. I need some better lighting in here because I don't think that this lighting does it justice. Like, it does look a little orangey, but it's, like, my hair is red. My blonde is not. It looks so bright in this light, but it's really not, like, all that bad. One thing that I keep getting reminded of and being reassured of is that if I really need to make some IRL friends if for no other reason that I need assistance when bleaching and coloring my own hair. So everything turned out pretty good, but like I said before, like, as long as I like it and it's like, this is how I intend my hair to be, even if I would have, like, totally fucked it up, as long as I owned it and was just like, yeah, that's what I wanted it to look like, then it'll be fine. Like, it's all about attitude, right? And so, there are a few not so great spots, but overall, I'm okay with it. And it sure shit looks better than anybody else around here, so that is all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this really random, out of my typical style video. I am Asherella, the original. This is my channel, Original Asherella. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on ODYSEE, follow the channel. You can leave me a like, you can leave me a dislike, you can find me on my social things, you can gently caress the notification bell. You can always tap in, never tap out, and don't forget to keep on Slayin like a Sayin.